Okay, Patrick, tell us more about this religion of yours here. Yeah, Patrick, tell us what it means to be one of Jemima's waterbeds.
No, it's Jehovah's Witnesses.
That's what I said, Geppetto's walruses.
No, Jehovah's Witnesses, as in we've witnessed the wonderful works of Jehovah.
What's a Jehovah?
Oh, you poor misled soul, Jehovah is the name of God. And the reason you don't know that is probably because you've been using one of those paganized Bibles that substitutes the divine name with the Lord in all capital letters. But God's name is really Jehovah, and in order to be a true believer like us, you need to use the name of God.
Right. One small problem with your theological theory here, though, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick, there's one wee willy winky of a kink in your conviction.
And what's that?
Jehovah isn't the name of God.
Why, whatever do you mean, friends?
Well, as any biblical scholar can tell you, ancient Hebrew was written without vowels, most likely to make the scribing process faster and less painful. Chiseling words into stone is murder on the wrists there, Patrick.
Did someone say carpal tunnel syndrome?
Get lost, Pope, to not catch a predator the 75th.
Oh.
Anyway, because of this, the Hebrew text didn't spell out the entire name of God, just the consonants of that name. Yod, He, Vav, and He, pronounced Ya, Ha, either Va or Wa, and, if it's not silent, Ha again. Now, at some point during the Second Temple period, the Jews became so afraid of misusing God's name that they stopped using it altogether, and so, when reading the Old Testament aloud, they would often substitute another name for God, such as Adonai. Likewise, when later editions of the Hebrew Bible came around that included vowel pointing, the vowels in God's name were often replaced with the vowels from Adonai to remind readers to use that name instead of the divine name. Are you with me so far, Patrick and Second Patrick? Yeah, Patrick, are you comprehending our criticism of the faith known as Josiah's winter boots?
It's Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah. So if you misunderstood what those texts were doing and combined the consonants of the divine name with the vowels of Adonai, you get Yah, Ho, Va, or Jehovah, as a fella might say if he's from England or Ireland or Canada. How about that, Patrick? So as common as the name Jehovah might be to your ears, it's not actually the name of God. Rather, our best guess for pronouncing God's name is, in fact, Yahweh.
Well, fine, but Jehovah is the most common way of rendering God's name in English, so that's the name you have to use if you want to be saved.
Now wait a second here, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick, stall your hollering for a hot minute while we dissect your deplorable doctrinal declaration. So the last Jew to speak the divine name out loud died sometime before Alexander the Great was potty trained, correct?
I don't know.
And because of this, we don't know for sure how to pronounce the divine name anymore, do we, Patrick?
I guess not.
And since we can't pronounce God's name, our only other option is to call him something that's not his name.
I suppose.
So instead of calling him one of the other things that he gave us to call him, like God or Lord or Father, you've decided that the only acceptable name for God is the only word in the universe that came into existence from people refusing to say the name of God.
Yeah, I don't...
That's more ironic than rain on your wedding day, Patrick. Which is not ironic, like at all. Look, if you're going to center your entire faith on calling God something that people say in order to avoid blaspheming, we think you could have chosen a way cooler name for yourselves than Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, like the Assemblies of Gosh. Or my personal favorite, the Church of Cheese and Rice of Latter-day Saints.
Did you guys just call us?
No, Patrick, we're talking to our new friends here. The Jabronis Wimbledon.
Oh, come on!